guys, MJ here from Nitecore Singapore. Today we're going to look at the new Nitecore MH11. Alright, so why this is the best light money can buy if you're looking for a no-nonsense, non-tactical light for everyday use. Alright, and how this budget light at just 79 Singapore dollars stack up against other lights of similar spec and price, right? So if you're here watching this, then you're probably on a budget looking for your first flashlight, or probably you're frustrated with the one you currently have, right? So the thing with flashlights, they've been around for a long time, right? There are hundreds of brands out there and thousands of models to choose from. Right, manufacturers have come up with a ton of different features and functions for flashlights to match the needs of every kind of customer. Right, you got the big ones, you have the small ones, you have your multicolor ones, you have the lantern type ones, then you have the magnet ones like this. Alright, there you go. Then you have the right angled ones like this. Those that can bend 90 degrees. You also have the built-in display ones like this. And you even have the hardcore glass breaking ones like the P20R here with the ceramic beads. Alright? For doing that kind of things. I mean, just being presented with all of those choices alone will scare away a lot of new buyers. And we haven't even gone into battery type, charging, runtime and all that. No, but what if you didn't need all of that, right? And you just needed a compact, rechargeable light with the beam intensity of a real tactical light, like this one, P20i, but without all the fancy, bells and whistles of, glass breaking and multicolored rear strobe ready switch, right? So it's just like your phone, right? Some people just want a phone that can call, send some messages, take some pictures, and it should last a whole day without charging, right? I don't need it to do video editing or play games or have a camera that can zoom to the moon, right? So I just need something that works, that I can rely on day in, day out, without fussing over the tiny details. The MH11 is exactly that, right? But for flashlights, right? So I've been using it for the past week and it just works, alright? So with flashlights, you only need 3 essential things, right? Everything else is fluff. Right, the first essential is a high-performance LED. At Nitecore, only 2 LED brands make the cut for tactical grade lights, the Cree and Luminous. Right, the MH11 has a Cree LED. It's the same one used in Nitecore's top-end range like the i4000R or the TM9K. This way, you know that when the box says 1000 lumens, right, what you get is truly 1000 lumens, not the cheap ones that say like 10,000 lumens, but actually what you get is only 100 lumens, right? Because if you are a first-time user and you have no context of what 1000 lumens actually looks like, some will sell you this fake light here and say that yes, this is 1000 lumens, right? But really 1000 lumens look like this, right? The difference is incredibly obvious, especially when you use it at range. Look, I can't reach. Look at the difference. Wow, right? This is a real 1000 lumens, how it should look like. Okay, so here's how it looks like outdoors at close range to long range compared to the MH10 V2, right? A higher end model with similar features. V2 above, right, and the MH11 below. So we're gonna give a quick comparison on a sort of a long range view, right? How do these two lights perform? Can they hit the wall at the end? Right, this is the MH10 V2. Yes, very sharp, very clear, right? MH11. Yes, pretty decent as well. Right, they are both at 1000 lumens and very similar spec and similar reflector size as well. So you get very similar performance actually. Right, and then close up, how does the beam look like? This MH10 V2, MH11. Almost similar, right? Look at that. MH11, MH10 V2, MH11, MH10. It's actually pretty similar. Right, the only real difference between these two is the battery uses. The MH10 V2 uses a 21700 battery, which is larger, right? So it has a longer runtime than the MH11, and it's also larger in size. But other than that, they're both pretty similar performance. Right, the second essential is a reliable, clickable, on-off switch, right? That works even if you have gloves on and everything is wet, right? None of those fancy touch screens or twisting controls. those will fail at the worst possible time. Alright, so while we're on this, here's how the MH11 works. There's only one tail cap switch here, no fancy mode switch in front, it's completely clean. Alright, so everything is controlled at the back with a hammer fist grip this way. So just click to turn on and turn off. Right, to change brightness level, just half press while the light is on to cycle through your low, medium, high. Right, it's a very simple mechanic. So if you want it on low, just press off. There's mode memory, so when you turn it on, it will be on low mode. Okay, so this is not suitable for the tactical operators because they need their lights to always come on at full brightness. Right, if you need a feature like that, go for the higher end P10i or P20i. Right, this on the flip side is perfect for close-up or discrete work. Right, so I wouldn't blind myself, every time I turn on the light compared to say the P20i. So this one, every time I turn it on, boom, it's always full brightness. There's no mode memory on this. There's also no momentary on, so you can't do silent signaling like the higher end models like this. Let's say I want to do 3 short or 3 long, right? I can't do it with the MH11. So again, if you need that, go for the higher end models like the MH12 or the P10i. Now you will come across other lights at this price point with outdated cycle interface. So something like this, right, is also around say $9. It looks very bulky, right? So where the switch, there's only one switch here, and then when you turn it on, the on-off switch is also the mode switch. When I turn it off, I have to cycle through all the different modes before I turn it off. What a complete waste of time, right? And there's no mode memory. So each time you want a specific brightness, you gotta keep cycling to the brightness mode you want and then leave it there. Right, so if you see such lights, right, stay far, far away, okay? Oh gosh. Third and last essential is a single, high capacity, removable battery that can be charged via USB. Alright, so here is how it works. It comes with this 2600 mAh battery, which you can upgrade to a 3500 mAh battery if you prefer for longer run time. And to charge it at max speed, just click on the light first, then plug in the included USB cable here. Right, this is the port here, right? Very nicely hidden with a rubber flap. Carbon power bank, the latest one, just plug it in. Alright, once it's in, the light will cut off and you can see the charging indicator here. Remember, it takes 2 hours 15 minutes to fully charge the 2600 battery, which is incredibly fast compared to older built-in chargers like the i4000R that takes about 4 to 6 hours to charge. Right, once it's fully charged, right, it will stay on blue light without blinking. Okay, so how do you tell if the battery is low? Right, so when in use, like this, once the battery drops below 50%, this indicator will blink every 2 seconds. Right, so here you can see that the battery is less than 50%. Right, so when it's near zero, it will blink rapidly. So you know exactly when you need to charge the light, there's no need to guess. You might be wondering, wait, USB port, what if I drop it in the water, right? Right, so what we're looking for here is bubbles, right? If there's none, I mean there's a solid seal. Alright, rated IPX68 down to 2 meters. So you can even change brightness levels underwater, okay? Without any problems, okay? So just don't take this diving or drop it deeper than 2 meters. You might have realized that this is larger than the usual AA battery here. Alright, and that's how it's able to hit 1000 lumens and still maintain a runtime of 2 hours 15 minutes. Right, the typical AA battery like this can never hit that kind of brightness. That's why flashlights with 1000 lumens like the EA41 here, right, they need 4 AA batteries to run. So imagine bringing spare batteries for this light on a long trip, right? It's 4 batteries gets you 1 hour runtime. So for let's say a weekend camp trip, how many batteries do you need to bring? 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stacks, right? It's just not fun at all. In a recent article testing the best flashlights on a camping trip, they burned through 80 AA batteries on a single trip. What an inefficient waste of money and resources, right? So that's why you don't want to fuss with multiple battery lights like this, because even if you use rechargeable versions like this AA, the Anyloop or the Fujitsu ones, you still have to remember, which has been used or not, and then you need an external charger like the UMS4 to charge all the rechargeable batteries. A more efficient way would be to pack a 20,000 milliampere power bank like this, the NB20K here, right? And this will recharge your light 7 times over your entire camping trip, right? Compared to all of this, right? One MH11, one high capacity battery, one USB charging port, and then you're done, right? Next question you might be thinking, okay, I have the best 3 essentials of a light, right? So now how do I carry it, right? There are 3 ways to carry. First is by the included nylon holster here, D-link loop at the top, Velcro at the back here, another fixed belt loop here through the middle. Next is by this deep carry pocket clip, alright? Here's what it means. So you can see that it ends here, so it doesn't draw attention or stick out and snag on anything when you're using it in your pocket or bag, or you have it concealed this way. Either way you choose to carry, you can loop the included wrist lanyard around the bezel like this, right? It's for extra retention so that you don't drop your light, during use. Right? If you drop it, it stays in your hand. It's very easy to catch back and go. Alright? You can further extend the use with attachments like these, the orange cone and the lantern cones. Right, just slide it on and now you have a 1000 lumen traffic wand, that can be seen from miles away. Right, the white cone is a diffuser, so you can use this as a table stand light, right, to light up the place, or you can just hang it from the top of a tent, for lantern area lighting. Right, 23mm filters are also available, right, to change your beam from red, green, or blue. So here's how it looks like. Here's how the filter looks like. Pop it on. Alright, once it's on, you have a red beam light now. Alright, it's also available in green or blue. Soft filter is available as well to change the beam from a spotlight into a floodlight. Just pop it on. There, now you have a floodlight. So what's the difference between this is a spotlight and now you have a floodlight. Alright. Now the key question, how does this compare to other lights of similar spec, right? 1000 lumens, rechargeable battery, USB-C, right, simple controls. So if you cut across the $79 price point and you look at all the lights around the same cost, right, you start with the Tip 2, actually also at $79. Right, 720 lumens but less than 10 minutes runtime because of its size. This is a keychain light. So if you look down a little bit, then you get the MT2A at $69. But this is only 345 lumens and it runs on AA battery. Not as bright and it's also not rechargeable. The next closest would be the P10 V2 at $99, right? 1100 lumens with strobe ready switch but no battery and no built-in charger. So you need to buy extras which bump up the price. Now if we cut across the cheapest 1000 lumen lights, we got the LR12, right, and the MT21C, both of which are 1000 lumens, but these you have to buy your own batteries and chargers, again bringing the cost up to over $100. If I were to push to the next closest spec, 1000 lumens, battery included, USB-C charging port, it would be the Mh11 V2, alright? Bigger battery, longer runtime, but this comes in at 119 Singapore dollars, so still a lot more than Mh11. So you can see how the price stacks up according to features, right? The more things you want your light to do, literally the more it costs to make, right? So the Mh11 is kind of like the starting point of all lights without any features, and because of that fact, no matter how you want to cut it, let's say price or performance, the Mh11 is today the best light money can buy if you are looking for a no-nonsense, non-tactical light for everyday use. So if you're on a budget looking for your first flashlight, or if you are looking for a simple backup for your, let's say, primary light, or you need to equip your whole team with proper performance lights within a limited budget, right, then there's nothing better than the Mh11 right now. So these are all in stock now at nitecorelights.com. Links to buy are in the description below. They are just 79 Singapore dollars or around 50 USD, right? And you get cheaper the more you buy, especially in packs of 3 or 10. Once you order 10 pieces, you're gonna get the wholesale pricing. You can also pay in 3 installments if you prefer. As usual, these come with our bulletproof 5-year warranty and money-back guarantee. So there's no risk in trying this out if this is your first time buying a real performance light. Okay? If you're still using your phone as an excuse for a flashlight, or still you're stuck with AA battery lights like the MT2A, it's time to upgrade to a true 1000 lumen flashlight. Alright, you can have as many backups as you need in your home, office, vehicle, anywhere you can imagine a light will come in useful, right? Because it's so affordable, these are especially amazing as gifts, right? When was the last time you received a gift as useful as this, right? So get them for your family, your kids, anyone you care about. Alright, that's it. If you'd like to see more videos like this where we find the best lights for your work or adventures, hit subscribe below and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, MJ signing out.